Hello and welcome to this chair yoga practice for leg strength. This was meant to be created a month ago, but it didn't happen. So if you've been thinking about getting a little bit stronger for the last while, then stay tuned. This class is for you if you want to build a leg strength for things like getting in and out of a chair without using your arms. If you want to build strength for going up and down stairs or steps with or without a handrail, going up and down slopes, getting in and out of a car. So if that sounds like you, stick around, give it a go. I'd recommend putting your chair up against a wall so it's a little bit more secure. And if you want to have at hand one or two books or a chunky cushion, because if you raise the height of the chair, it'll make some of the exercises easier. You'll just sit up a bit higher. Right, let's get started. So we're going to start with a simple sit to stand, and we're going to have our legs in turnout. So this will work our butt muscles at the back of the legs a bit more. So start with your heel back past your knees. If your heels are in front, no good. It's not going to work. So heels back past your knees. You're going to sort out your posture. So if you look like I look right now, you're going to lift your breastbone up and stack your shoulders over your hips. And then we're going to have our hands on our hip creases. So this is where we want to move from. You're going to hinge forward from your hips. You're going to push your heels firmly into the ground. Hands can be on your legs. And then you're going to drive your heels into your ground as you stand tall. Hips move forward. Then you're going to initiate or start from the hips. Fold the hips back towards the chair as you sit back down. We're going to go for 10 of these. So you've got another 9 to go. So take your time, stop if you need a break. We're moving from the hips because we want to get all the muscles at the back of our hips, back of our legs working. And that takes strain off our lower back and also our knee joints. If you have any hip pain, I recommend raising the height of your chair. So just get 2 books and sit on them, or a good firm cushion. Last 4-ish. Not perfect counting here. So it focuses on form, and you're doing about 10 reps. Last 2, folding at your hips, keeping looking forward if you can. Once you get the hang of the foot placement, hands can be on your legs or hands can be in front of your chest. Last 1. Cool. Next one's going to be in standing. We're going to do a chair pose. I'm going to give you options for difficulty. So come to the right side of your chair, or just pick a side, and then we'll do the other side in a second. You are going to stand this time to work different muscles with your feet directly under your hips, so no wide. So if there was lights on your knees and your toes, they're shining straight ahead, no turning out. And then from here, you're going to fold at your hips and knees. This is chair pose. Now you're either going to stay here for 60 seconds. These leg muscles will start to work. So feel the weight in your heels. That'll turn on your butt muscles. And then feel the weight in the front of your feet as well. And that'll turn on the muscles at the front of your leg. You're going to keep your right hand on your right hip, or whatever hip is furthest away from the chair. The other hand goes on the chair. Option to make this harder. Feel all the weight on your right leg, or the leg furthest away from the chair. Pick your left leg up. So you can just pick up the heel so you're still resting on your toes. You're holding here for about 10 seconds. You should feel the muscles working in your right leg doing this. If they're working and you want to make it a little harder, pick the left foot up off the ground altogether. Keep your right hand on your hip. Keep the hip pulled back. You should feel your butt muscles working quite hard now. If you want to make it more challenging, you go to your fingertips on the chair. And you're here for another 5 seconds. Take breaks if you need. 3, 2, 1. Lower that foot down. Get your weight even between your feet again. Press into your feet to stand tall. Then I'm going to get you to stand at the back of your chair. I'm just going to spin the chair for the video. We're going to stand at the back of the chair and we're going to work our calf muscles from this position. So again, feet directly under your hips, so no turnout. You're going to fold at your hips and your knees, and we're going to go into that exact same chair pose again. When you're here, hands on the front of the chair, let your weight go forward into the front of your feet. Hover your heels slightly. You can see if you can balance here. We're letting your calf muscles turn on. If they're turning on, lift your heels up and lower your heels down. So this works your lower calf muscle, really important for balance and for walking and for going up hills. So an all-rounder. Really good if you're trying to offload a sore knee joint, as long as this is not painful for them. So hands on the chair as much as you need. You've got 3 more reps left. Pushing into the front of the feet, getting the ankles to move and do all the movement. You should feel the muscles at the back of your calf working. Lowering down and then pressing firmly into the feet as you stand up tall, shoulders over hips. From here, we're going to work your other calf muscle. So we're going to have the legs quite straight on this one, and it'll work the calf muscle up higher, so around the back of our knee. You're going to let the weight go forward into the front of your feet. Push up, so heels up, and then lower the heels down. It's like you're pushing yourself up towards the ceiling. Hands can stay on the chair for balance. We're going to go for another 6 of these. And what you should start to feel working are your calf muscles up a little bit higher in the leg. If they're slow to turn on, hold up at the top for a second and see if they kick in. If they're not used to turning on, you might just have to wait a little and hold. You should have no pain in your knee joints. Feel free to skip this or your ankles if for any reason your body doesn't like it. Last one, or an extra one I would say. And then we're moving away from the back of the chair. Going to go to the left side of the chair. So we're doing your chair pose and your balance, optional balance on this side. So again, feet directly under your hips. You are going to fold your hips and your knees into your chair pose. So the lower you go, the harder it is. We want no joint pain. When you're here, you can just hold in the chair pose, and this might be enough for you. You can have hands in front of your shoulders, or there's an option to reach the hands forward. So whichever one of those you choose, you can hang out in that for the next 60 seconds. Or if we want to make it harder, right hand, hand nearest the chair on the chair, left hand on your left hip. Move all your weight over to that left leg. Push it down into the ground. Take the right heel off. Give your left leg a chance to wake up. If it's not used to working the muscles in here, it might take a few seconds. You should feel your thigh working, your bum, and maybe the back of your thigh. If that's working, we're here for about another 15 seconds. If you want to make it harder for the last 5 or 10 seconds, you can take the right foot off altogether. The leg muscles should be working hard now, no pain in the joints. If that's the case and you're feeling pretty confident, you can try taking the right hand off the chair. So work into your body's ability and lowering it down, pushing into both feet and standing tall. Then last exercise. If you found those chair poses hard, I would recommend getting yourself 2 books to make this next exercise easier. So you're going to raise the height of the chair. You could get chunkier books than these. These ain't going to make too much of a difference. And my butt doesn't fit on the small one. So slightly bigger books required. You're going to do a split stance, sit to stand, my favorite exercise for single leg strength. So you're going to make sure your heel is back past your knee and it's planted on the ground. Your other foot goes out in front, so we'll work the left leg first. You're going to sort out your posture, so if you're looking like I've fallen into, lift your shoulders so that they're over your hips. If there was a light on your breastbone, it shines straight ahead. It doesn't look down at the ground. And then from here, we're going to fold at the hips. You're going to feel you pushing your left heel into the ground, and then you're going to stand tall. Fold at the hips to go back to the chair. Definitely a good one to have the chair pressed against a wall for. If you haven't, do that. Leaning forward from your hips, drive the heel into the ground. And what you're working are the muscles that balance you around your pelvis, so a little bit of core. And then you're working the big muscles in your leg that push you up into standing. And if you have back pain, this is a really good one to make your leg do more work so your lower back does not have to work every time you get in and out of a chair. You're aiming for about 8 reps. I've probably done more than that with all my talking. And then we're going to swap and do the right leg. This is your last exercise. Make sure the heel is back past your knee. Have a look at your knee and make sure it's pointing straight out over the tip of your kind of second toe. So you don't want the knee wobbling in. It'll annoy the knee joint. Again, shoulders over your hips. Lean forward from your hips. Drive your right heel into the floor and then stand tall. And you'll notice if you're a little bit weaker on one side, your trunk will tend to fall over to that side when you get up. And you got 6 more to go, or you can stop at 4 if that feels like it's enough, and this is quite a hard exercise. Pushing through the heel to drive up. At the end, you shoulders over your hips. Initiating from the hips as you fold back down. And my right side is definitely my weaker side. And you've got 1 more to go. Awesome, you're all done. So that's your chair yoga practice for leg strength. Should have warmed you up a little bit as well. Let me know in the comments below how you found it, if you have any requests for other videos, and if you liked it, please share it and subscribe it. Thank you. Bye.